we raise a very important issue that is posing a dangerous challenge to the socio-economic fabric of the country, an issue that has been raised every now and then in the run-up to the Delhi elections. This time, all the previous arguments, viewers, flagging concerns around illegal immigrants in the national capital have been fueled after a comprehensive study by the Jawaharlal Nehru University was made public. The report highlights how undocumented migration from Bangladesh and Myanmar is fundamentally altering Delhi NCR's demographic makeup and political landscape. The report also identifies several densely populated areas where migrants have settled, including Selampur, Jamia Nagar and Zakir Nagar, leading to increased pressure on local services and facilities. The findings further detail broader implications for Delhi's development, pointing to environmental concerns from unplanned settlements and challenges to public health systems. Beyond economic and social disruption, the report linked the illegal migration to criminal networks involved in smuggling, document forgery and human trafficking. But here's why this report gains importance in the run-up to Delhi polls. Viewers, this JNU study outlined the role of political patronage in enabling this. The BJP was quick to slam Aam Aadmi Party and the government over the findings of the report by holding it accountable for facilitating fake voter registrations for illegal migrants in the national capital. But viewers, why this report is also significant is because it highlights the demographic changes which is being cited by many in the run-up to polls. It's caused by migration, and here's how it's altered the religious composition of the national capital. A notable increase in the Muslim population due to migration from Bangladesh. So let's quickly put the spotlight back on these numbers. Take a look at these numbers yourself. If you go by these figures, up until 2011, the Muslim population in the national capital has gone up from 5.7% in 1951 to 12.86% in 2011. But a political patronage has been highlighted by this JNU report, and how much is it really hurting the poll process? We're going to take that up with our experts in just a bit. Listen into the top reactions.
इसमें कहा गया है कि there has been a notable increase of Muslim population because of illegal migration from Bangladesh and Myanmar. कहा गया है कि there is a change in the demography of the city. ये सारा कुछ political patronage के कारण हो रहा है.
Who's behind it? Either the report is false or it is a failure of BJP government. After all, the border is secured by central government, not by the state government.
Charu Pragya, spokesperson BJP, continues to stay on with us, along with Nikul Patel, leader of the Congress. Preeti Sharma Menon, spokesperson of the AAP, joins us as well, alongside former IPS Mr. Vikram Singh. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for taking out your time. Let me quickly first up begin with Preeti Sharma Menon, because Preeti, while this allegation is not been leveled by the Bharatiya Janata Party against the AAP alone, we've seen the AAP also equally pin the blame on the BJP. We've seen a lot of voter addition, deletion allegations that have flown thick and fast between the BJP and the AAP. But what do you make of this JNU report in principle, since the BJP has hit out at your party and has blamed you for, enabling this kind of a fake voter registration in the run-up to elections?
I think that this report is very, very critical, and BJP talking about it is like a self-goal, because I have here with me Hardeep Singh Puri's tweet. I'm happy to read it out to you. In a landmark decision, all Rohingya refugees will be shifted to EWS flats in Bakarwara area of Delhi. They will be provided basic amenities, UNHCR IDs and round-the-clock Delhi police protection. This is what the BJP is giving to the refugees. The BJP is in charge of border security. The BJP is in charge of land in Delhi. The BJP is in charge of Delhi police. What are they doing? Our Chief Minister Atishi ji wrote to the BJP last year. She wrote to the Home Minister Amit Shah asking, why is this being done? Why are Rohingya refugees being settled in Delhi? We challenged it. Not just that, our government wrote to all schools in Delhi. government as well as private, and said that if you come across any case where you feel that somebody who is a refugee, who's an illegal immigrant, it has to be flagged to the government and to the police authorities immediately. We think it is a big shameful thing. It's a shameful thing that Prime Minister Modi in 2014, when he was campaigning, said that the country is full of Bangladeshi refugees. But since the last 10 years, he has done nothing about it. He's had countless meetings with Bangladesh Prime Minister, former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Has he brought it up in one meeting? When Donald Trump presidency started, the first meeting that our External Affairs Minister had with the Trump administration, they talked about illegal immigrants from India. So the first thing that any administration does is complain about it to the country which is sending these illegal immigrants. But what did our country do? What the Border Security Force has failed. And not just this, you're talking about the JNU report. 6 months ago, before the Maharashtra Assembly polls, TISS released the same report for Mumbai, almost identical. What was done about it? What has been done about illegal immigrants in Mumbai who are going and attacking celebrities in safe, secure zones? This is a complete failure of the Home Ministry, and we totally think that this report is very serious and the Home Minister must resign. Crime in Delhi is increasing. Arvind Kejriwal has asked the question, who is leading the crime in Delhi? And if these illegal immigrants are also part of that criminal network, what is being done about it? These are challenges that we are faced with on a day-to-day basis. We are attacked. Arvind ji himself is attacked. Bricks were thrown on him. Our volunteers are attacked
it comes
every
with
day.
concerns around national security. It comes with concerns around, an alteration to our socio-economic fabric as well. And it also leads to a lot of resentment in the local population given the limited resources. But the allegation against your party has been that you've been enabling their settlement by providing free bijli and pani. But before that, I'll let Charu respond. I'll come to you, Preeti. Charu.
But for their settlement, they need land, right? That comes under the
and
BJP
the buck
government,
does
not our
stop
government.
in a way at the central government. Charu, these questions of a coherent policy or a lack of the same are going to be asked to the BJP. Charu.
Let's begin by explaining some basics to Preeti. There is a difference between refugees and illegal immigrants, which she completely seemed to have missed in her rant. Completely. In fact, you're saying it in the same breath, and that is shameful. So when you are a refugee in this country, yes, the government is going to take care of you. But understand there is a difference between somebody seeking refuge and an illegal immigrant who comes here, uses a nexus of mafias who help them attain fake security documents, fake Aadhaar cards, fake voter IDs, and they settle down in these overly crowded areas from where your MLAs are winning, Preeti. So please take some onus. Understand that there was an orchestrated riot that happened in Delhi during the CAA protest, and who led that riot? Tahir Hussain, one of your leaders. Please understand that every single time you turn a blind eye on what is happening in Delhi because of your electoral politics, your vote bank politics, you are harming the nation's security. Not just that, you are ensuring that resources are not enough to meet the citizens of Delhi. You are ensuring that crime is growing up, whether it is forgery, whether it is human trafficking even, and you do it, you know why? Because your politics works only on appeasement and appeasing only one certain vote bank. So take responsibility of that. Most recently, Mohinder Goel, an MLA of the Aam Aadmi Party, was caught helping people make fake Aadhaar cards. Delhi police actually issued a notice to him. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that? Why don't you tell us single time there is a drive which deals with illegal immigrants or illegal occupations in parts of Delhi? You are the ones who stand in front of it and say nobody is going to come into this colony, we protect them. So take onus of these situations.
That's what's going to happen. The Aam Aadmi Party is going to ask proof. The BJP is going to ask for proof. But what's also going to be asked to the BJP is the manner in which, or it's not a Delhi problem. Remember, it's a pan-India problem. And how is it that... One second, Preeti, I'm coming to you. But my follow-up to Charu is that how is it that all of these illegal migrants are making their way to the national capital? That question is only going to be asked to the BJP.
And, unfortunately, now if there is going to be a nexus of political parties and agents who help with fake documentation, it becomes a problem. Of course, the BSF is guarding our borders. But a lot of the times what happens, I'll take the example of West Bengal. When the BSF's purview of area of work was increased by the central government, actually Mamata Banerjee wrote a letter saying, I'm not going to allow that. It causes inconvenience. Who does it cause inconvenience to? her and her political party, because during Lok Sabha elections there were open speeches by TMC MLAs saying, you've come from Bangladesh but you're a TMC supporter, we'll help you with documentation. So that needs to stop. Political parties like the Aam Aadmi Party, where they are actually siding with rioters, encouraging riots in Delhi in the name of getting a few extra votes, that needs to stop.
Okay, I'll let Mr. Vikram Singh come in and then go across to Nikul as well. Preeti, you'll have to wait a little bit. The other two have been waiting patiently. Can I please go to them once and then I'll come back to you. Mr. Vikram Singh, the larger question remains, this does indeed pose a challenge to the internal and external security in the country, and this report also flags the manner in which there is a direct link to foreign elements. So these migrants, these illegal migrants are also engaged in anti-national or terrorist-related activities as well. A direct Pakistan or a terror link which is also being spoken of by the JNU report. So what really can be done here? Because this goes much beyond politics but is directly also bearing consequences on the electoral process in Delhi, in Maharashtra and several other states in the country.
I'm happy you have raised this point, Prithvi. This is a matter of the utmost importance impacting national security. And not only in Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Delhi and elsewhere, it is now an open secret that the ISI is behind this illegal infiltration and also arming, training the illegal refugee from Rohingyas and also from Bangladesh. How many tanzeems are there that are working in anti-national elements? And not only Delhi, all the sensitive areas, whether it is Jammu and Kashmir, whether it is Jaipur, whether it's Kanpur, Lucknow, you name it, and they are there. And the facilitation is twofold. It is not for me, I don't belong to any political party, but indulging in cosmetics and having a lukewarm, short-term approach only before the elections and forgetting it immediately after the elections will not serve the larger purpose. The manner in which a particular population has increased from 5% to 12% is indicative of the fact that these are committed vote banks to a particular political party, and therefore every political party has a responsibility. If they infiltrate from Bangladesh or Pakistan into India or from Myanmar, it's a problem that the government of India has to address. If they are baited, facilitated, rehabilitated in Delhi and elsewhere, well, the state government jolly well. Now I have a 3-point program, which has come under zero budget. Deprive them of all identity papers, deny them all the voting rights, see to it that they don't get employment and live on the doles given by government of India. This is perfectly doable, and Hungary, Poland,
so how do you do
and
that
Germany
when Aadhaar cards are being generated, 20,000 Aadhaar cards for 20 rupees, birth certificates, as many 3 lakh fake birth certificates being generated just for 4 rupees? How do you do that, sir? There's a big challenge.
Where there is a will, there is a way. We have done it in the past. Where there is a will, there is a way. But what I find, and the tragic administrative failure is that the will seems to be absolutely absent. We talk on the rooftops, make allegations and counter allegations. At the end of the day, there is no serious concerted roadmap to act upon this. And this is the whole tragedy. If you are serious, I can guarantee that these things can be perfectly doable. Get a summary and physical verification of all these cards. Do a sampling and you will know your informer. If they have a set of informers, the police also has a set of informers. They will tell you which are the isolated ones. Zakir Nagar, Islam Nagar, wherever they are. And they will be identified and the police can swoop down. Police did try to do, but that was all just nibbling at the edges and cosmetics. A larger action was required, but a beginning has been made, but it should not be something like cosmetics that we start before the elections and end up before the voting.
That's a very pertinent point you've raised. Why do we also see these verification drives and the crackdown that has been witnessed in the national capital right before elections? But before that, Nikul, even though, the Congress is really not jumped in, it's not commented as much on this issue. It's been a little bit of a back and forth between the BJP and the AAP. Questions should be asked to the Congress as well, because the Congress seems to be banking on the work that has been done by Sheila Dikshit during her CM-ship. And much before 2013, we've put out figures of the kind of change we've seen in the demography till 2011, and there has been an increase in the Muslim population. So how would you, as the Congress party that had been in government or in power for 15 long years, explain or justify this?
Very serious issue raised by a research institute and academic institute. The report reflecting the illegal migrants is definitely a point has to be taken care by everyone. Just pointing out fingers at each other is going to discourage our own citizens whose fundamental rights are being, we can say that, snatched by these illegal migrants. Now, if you say before 2011, that is what the data is reflecting. And after that, still 10 long years of Modi government, you are saying that no action has been taken. Then it's again a part of the government also to take the onus of it. And finally, the illegal migrants are crossing the international border, which is under the purview of the present central government. Even if we have seen in Assam, the Assam chief minister had said that it is very difficult for me to live. It's a matter of death and life to stay in Assam because of demographic changes.
No, you're
So all
speaking
the
of the Assam
governments
Chief Minister. What
work
about Sam Pitroda,
together.
Mr. Patel? Sam Pitroda still in the favor of settlement of these illegal migrants in the national capital or elsewhere in the country. A recent comment by him that came in. How do you justify that?
See, as a Congress, I'm here. I would like to say that Congress had never promoted or never tried to allow any illegal things into the country. We have always tried to work in the larger interest. See, the present scenario and demographic changes, it's a challenge to the entire country. And as a government, was also take the responsibility, rather pointing out finger on the people who is addressing such issues. But I would just request to the government and say over here that all illegal migrants should be identified and removed from the country.
Okay, while you're taking that position, you know, it would be really nice, Mr. Patel, if we would hear from your senior party colleagues take that position as well. It's the political patronage, remember, that this JNU report is flagging, and that's exactly where I began from. Preeti, you wanted to respond also to take you through a case in point. Priyank Kanangu, the NHRC member, in fact, very recently alleged illegal Bangladeshi immigrants are residing in Delhi shelter homes, which is under the purview of the Delhi government. So there are examples like these also being cited.
So I don't know why these examples are cited and action is not taken. If there are illegal immigrants staying anywhere in Delhi or anywhere in the country, why are they not arrested and deported? How many Bangladeshis has the union government deported in the last 10 years?
No, you're saying they should be arrested, they should be deported, but we will continue to shelter them in these shelter homes.
Absolutely. We do not shelter anybody. They enter the country and there are 5 states that border Bangladesh, out of which 4 are BJP ruled states. They are entering the country. Can I please complete? They enter the country, they enter Delhi, they enter Mumbai, they conduct crimes over here. Today Delhi has become the crime capital of the nation. Gang wars are going on, extortion is going on. We stand for the common man. We manage to ensure that every common man saves at least 25,000 rupees in Delhi. We are giving amenities to the people of Delhi, so we are the ones under the most strain. It is our government that has to then deal with this influx of immigrants and refugees, which the BJP is incapable of tackling. We are writing to the Home Minister asking him to deal with the issue. We are writing to schools saying that if you come across such cases, please flag them to us. Flag them to the police. We are a helpless government which does not control the land. One minute. The land is controlled by the BJP. The Delhi police is controlled by the BJP. The election commission is controlled by the BJP. What are they doing if all this is happening?
And you're helping the
said all
BJP
of that,
crack down.
if the crime is rising and they can identify, we
are
are
you-
happy to help.
No,
We
no,
will help
I'm
them
asking you,
completely.
are you encouraging
We
the
stand
verification
together.
drives which
I'm
were being
telling
carried
you.
out by the Delhi police? Are you also ensuring that you're
There
taking
have
out
been no
similar
verification
verification
drives
drives in the
carried out,
shelter
but-
homes in the national capital which are
Yes,
being run
we
by the Delhi
are
government?
taking out
We are not.
verification drives wherever
Okay.
we are taking out verification drives, even in
Okay.
schools. We are happy to support the union government if it tackles the issues of
Okay.
illegal immigrants, but it doesn't. It allows them to come here and perpetuate crime in our cities, in our capital cities. Delhi and Mumbai have become now crime
So you're
capitals.
attributing
Delhi-
the law and
Can I
order
just
situation
ask
in the
one
national
thing?
capital
In fact,
to this increase
We are asking
in
the law and order.
the
We are
population
asking
of the
Delhi में
illegal
इतना
immigrants.
गुंडागर्दी कैसे हो
Charu.
रहा है?
Okay, got
So,
your point.
what's
Preeti,
your
let
last
Charu
point?
respond and
Why
then
does
Mr.
the Delhi
Vikram.
government completely
Preeti
fail
has
to do a
affected-
census? Why can't
Preeti,
they do a
Preeti,
census?
we heard you.
The
We heard
central government completely cannot even do a census.
Are you done?
Okay, Preeti, you've raised questions,
Now,
let her respond.
Preeti is essentially saying that the increased number of Muslims in Delhi are responsible for the crime in Delhi. Are you saying that on record? Please say it. Then I would like to remind you that every time a verification drive is carried out for various reasons, it is your leaders who stand in the way of that. Let me also remind you, during the CAA protest, it was your leaders who led the protest from the front, and in fact the riots were orchestrated on your demand. Now, I would also like to ask you, what action
The
was
people
taken
who
by
led the
your
protest
political
joined the
party
BJP
against
after
Mohinder
that.
Goel? He was helping people make fake Aadhaar cards, right? Part of the
Mohinder Goyal
nexus.
is
What
a
action
witness.
have you taken?
Sorry, Mohinder
Can you
Goyal
explain
did
that
not
to me,
help
Preeti? I
anybody.
did not
That is
interrupt you.
absolute
I
lie.
listened to
Which
your
is
entire
lying.
rant.
Let
You're
me
showing off
complete.
papers and the drama which has been
Let me
continuing for
respond to
months
this.
now. Let's come down to facts here. What action have
Oh,
you
also
taken
more
against
papers. I
Amrinder
love
Goyal?
some papers.
Can you please tell me what action have you taken against
Preeti,
Amrinder
quickly,
Goyal?
30 seconds, I need to go across.
Do you have an
across
answer
Mr.
to
Vikram.
that?
I'm running out of time. She's
His
raised
name
a question,
One is his
answer.
name is Mohinder Goyal, and Mohinder Goyal is not accused in the FIR. He is a witness.
He totally is.
BJP is a Bharatiya
No, no,
Janata
no,
Party.
no,
They
no, no,
lie
no,
at
no,
every
no, no, no.
instance.
A notice
Mohinder
has
Goyal
been
is
served
not
to
an
him.
Now
accused.
here's
By the
where
Delhi
the
police.
problem
This
comes.
has nothing
No,
to do
Charu, Preeti,
with
here's where the
illegal
problem
immigrants.
comes.
This is just BJP
Here's where the
propaganda.
problem comes that we're seeing
All she can
constant
do is
back and
wave a
forth
piece of paper
between
around,
the
which is
BJP and
irrelevant.
the Aam Aadmi
They
Party
deliver on
with
zero.
little to answer. Mr. Vikram, how do you respond to this? You know, it's just endless political blame game. It doesn't stop anywhere clearly.
It's an absolute tragedy, Katrine, and I would say we're going round and round in circles without coming to the point. If it was not bad enough that somebody was doling out fake identity papers and some sitting MLA says words of profound wisdom, ye hamari amanat. I mean, we are actually custodians of these illegal migrants. What action do you propose to take? I would say lofty ideals, but lowly
What proof
conduct.
does he
I
have
wish
of making
people were
these
serious.
accusations?
I would say the people should be absolutely come down like a
Preeti,
ton of
do
bricks
better than
rather
waving a
than
piece of
indulging
paper
in-
around. Do better.
And can I just say it's again this JNU report which is not named any political party, Preeti,
We
but
are doing so much
it has
better. We are
spoken
sweeping Delhi
of
and
a
this is your
political
desperation.
patronage which
We are
aids
not
voter
doing it. We are doing
registration
best
and
is
fake
political.
IDs. So there is a process in place that is enabling these people to cast their vote in the national capital. That's what this report is flagged, and that's what Mr. Vikram is also trying to imply. Sir, please complete your point. I need to quickly wrap up there.
I would say that the so-called, the sitting MLAs would say, "Ye hamari amanat hai." If they are your amanat, then I think that you're way off the mark. They are aliens. They are hostile to India and in India's interest. They are communal elements, and they are here only for purpose to aid and abet the designs of the ISI, indulge in crime and anti-national activities. And the earlier we realize it and deport them, the better for us. And everybody, you and I also have a role to play. So do the governments of Delhi and the governments at the center.
This indeed does go far beyond politics, but in a city like the national capital, which is so close to voting, it's also been spoken of in that context, so is concerning indeed. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us this evening. That's all we